to get it done on the gridiron. It's Ryan's Packers going up against Jameis Winston's Buccaneers.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Him over. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Check three. Ready.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the 1st quarter.
He's every bit of what you described, and I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Ready. You wait. Flip, flip, flip. Check.
Now Jameis on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Ready. You wait.
On third down, Winston. And this one is incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
319. 258.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big one?
Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
Break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And the D looking like they may blitz. On second down, here's Rodgers. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. $12 yards to go on third down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. Now a handoff looking right. Able to slither by. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now they'll run it on the toss. Burst by him near the 35. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
From the red zone now, Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The slot man in motion right. Rodgers now on first down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
On second down, Williams trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Seven yards remaining here on third down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Rodgers. Got a man. He finds Sanders. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. So that one will be accepted. So now it's first and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first down, Rodgers. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Throwing is Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now they try the right side here. And some space here. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. So we reach halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you cross-state to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley, he's got our EA Sports halftime report. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Gerald McCoy in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So the D-line's going to spread out. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now it's Rodgers throwing the out route and complete. That's Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to rifle, looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. A gain of 32 that time.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Jameis to throw it. Throwing left side here, it is complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Winston. That's complete right around the 8. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. To throw, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Forbath will put this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So they don't get a touchdown here in this opening drive of the third quarter. But I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sparks. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Working from the gun, Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Left side here to Sanders. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Defense showing blitz. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. The play clock's running down. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter from Foxborough. And for the moment, it's the Chargers who have the edge. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of 5. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Ripkowski, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
To throw is Winston. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Montravius Adams in there to get him for a loss of 5.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Winston. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Returnable for Lockett. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sparks. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Play clock winding down. Now Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. It's Sparks. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Fresh set of downs here. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On play action. Now Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago. And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving. Winston looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it. That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it. Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it? But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend. Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Ready.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Meanwhile, in Foxborough there in the fourth quarter, the Patriots, they have taken the lead late in that ball game. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the fourth. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. On second down, it's Jones. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Packers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16. They'll look to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. He's back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
He'll look to throw. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Oh, no, he lost the football. Unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here. A call in luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. They're on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. And a lead change late in that ball game. The Panthers out in front. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Jameis on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Third and long for Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Kenny Clark with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down, 9 yards to go. Time running out here on the play clock. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. What can Rodgers do now with his drive? And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. This guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Here's Gallman.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. He makes someone miss.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question.